Fight fans, prepare yourselves for a journey into the heart and soul of one of MMA's most electrifying talents. He's a force to be reckoned with, a master of the unexpected and a true warrior of the Octagon. This man is none other than Sean Strickland. The Tarzan of the Octagon, Sean Strickland hails from the heart of New Bern, North Carolina, USA, and was brought into this world on February 27, 1991.
Garcia's hurt bad. Strickland,
Sean Strickland with a massive KO!
Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to stature, Sean Strickland stands tall at 185 centimeters, which is a whopping 6 feet and 0.83 inches. And if you think that's impressive, just wait until you hear about his reach, a staggering 193 centimeters, equivalent to 6 feet and 3.98 inches. This fighter prefers the orthodox stance and comes in with an ape index of 8 centimeters, which is 3.15 inches. Now, let's talk about his finishing prowess. Sean Strickland boasts a finish rate of 45.5%, and let me tell you, those finishes are nothing short of spectacular. Out of his impressive 15 finish wins, 11 were delivered via knockout. Talk about lighting up the canvas. But that's not all. He's got some submission skills up his sleeve too, with 4 victories by submission. When it comes to the first round, that's Sean's playground. 11 of his finishes happened right there in the opening round.
Strickland trying to end it.
And when the lights are the brightest and the stakes are the highest, he's proven himself with 5 big promotion fight finishes, and all 5 were in the UFC. Even the greatest fighters face challenges, and Sean Strickland is no exception. He's been stopped twice in his career, both times via knockout. It shows that every fighter has ups and downs in this unpredictable world of MMA. Here's a fun fact. Sean Strickland's MMA journey began at the tender age of 17, stepping into the cage on March 22, 2008. He's been honing his skills for quite some time, and it's safe to say he's come a long way since then. After grinding through 13 professional fights, the Tarzan of the Octagon finally made his UFC debut on March 15, 2014, at the UFC 171 event. Strickland left a thunderous mark by locking horns with the formidable Bubba McDaniel and securing a first-round submission victory in a jaw-dropping fashion.
Bubba is in all sorts of trouble. 30 seconds. Beautiful Strickland.
He's faced off against some of the best in the business, and the list of his conquests reads like a who's who of the MMA elite. Israel Adesanya, Brendan Allen, Nasruddin Imavov, Nordine Taleb, Uriah Hall, Jack Hermanson, and Court McGee entered the arena with Strickland. Strickland versus Israel Adesanya. When 2 warriors enter the Octagon, you can bet your bottom dollar that anything can happen. Sean Strickland, taking this fight on just a month's notice, boarded a plane down under and did the unthinkable by snatching the middleweight crown right off the head of the reigning champ, Israel Adesanya, in the main event showdown of UFC 293. Now, let's set the stage right here. Strickland, the heavy underdog and the 5th-ranked middleweight contender, came into this bout with a point to prove, and that he did. He caught Adesanya's attention in the first round with a left-right combo that split the last stylebender's guard and sent shockwaves through the arena. Adesanya, clearly rocked and rattled, turned his back to Strickland in desperation. The Tarzan of the Octagon swung away, pummeling the champion mercilessly until the round's final bell, coming close to ending Adesanya's reign right then and there. But the show didn't stop there. Strickland, the relentless bulldozer that he is, maintained his forward-fighting pressure, showcasing poised and precise boxing skills that would make even the legends of the sport take notice. Once known for his dynamic striking prowess, Adesanya found himself on the back foot, struggling to find his rhythm and footing, expending every ounce of energy trying to evade Strickland's relentless pursuit. The Octagon became his maze, and he just couldn't escape it. Throughout the battle, Strickland stood tall and unyielding behind that jab of his, landing stiff shots that had the crowd on the edge of their seats. Those jabs were the difference makers. When the judges' scorecards were finally tallied, it was clear that Strickland had won comfortably, sending shockwaves through the UFC and shaking up the middleweight division. Strickland versus Nasruddin Imavov. Brace yourselves for a sizzling showdown in the electrifying world of UFC Fight Night 21 as the main event unfolds at the UFC Apex. Sticking to his signature strategy, Strickland wasted no time in the opening round. He advanced with unshakable determination, enticing Imavov into a mesmerizing exchange of fists. The first half of the round, a dazzling dance of rapid punches between these 2 titans. Strickland, a virtuoso of versatility, spiced things up with some low kicks, expanding his arsenal and keeping Imavov guessing. but a thunderous right hand caught Imovov's attention, urging him to press forward relentlessly, hunting for that elusive haymaker. Strickland's game plan remained steadfast as the rounds rolled on, mirroring his classic performance, an unyielding march punctuated by a snappy jab's precision. But here's the twist. He sprinkled in some kicks and takedowns, introducing a whole new dimension to his arsenal. Yet, at its core, his approach was unwavering, a relentless display of boxing prowess that kept the audience on the edge of their seats. Then came the moment of truth. The story was written in the scorecards, and they read loud and clear. 49-46, 49-46, 48-47, all in favor of Tarzan. Fighting style. When it comes to understanding Sean Strickland, there's one man who's got the insider's perspective, and that's none other than Chris Curtis, his teammate. And even Curtis, with all his knowledge, was left utterly astounded by Strickland's championship-caliber performance. Here's the thing about Strickland. Everything he does, and I mean everything, seems to defy conventional wisdom. On paper, it's all wrong. It's not how you're supposed to move in the world of MMA. He's got this unique, unorthodox style that just throws opponents for a loop. He moves in ways you wouldn't expect, throws punches that come from angles you didn't see coming, and has this kung fu blocking technique that's nothing short of mesmerizing. And here's the kicker. He's a master at shutting down the things you're supposed to be good at. I mean, how frustrating must that be for his opponents? You heard it from Israel himself. He couldn't find his jab, and that's no surprise when you're in there with Sean Strickland. He creates this whirlwind of chaos with his jab, or when you try to jab him, he's dodging in the most unconventional, kung fu-inspired way. Strickland has recently embraced a fighting stance reminiscent of the Philly shell. That's right, the Philly shell, a style that's practically synonymous with the boxing legend himself, Floyd Mayweather. But here's where it gets intriguing. After witnessing Strickland's performance against arguably the greatest middleweight in UFC history, MMA enthusiasts couldn't help but take to social media to draw attention to the uncanny resemblance between Strickland and the legendary Mayweather. In the ever-evolving world of mixed martial arts, Strickland's Philly shell stance is making waves and drawing parallels to the defense genius of Mayweather himself. Is this the secret to his success? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the MMA world is excited over this newfound resemblance, and we're all on the edge of our seats to see what Strickland brings to the cage next. Joe Rogan, a familiar voice in UFC commentary, made a surprising choice this time. Rather than joining the action down under, he decided to catch the Adesanya vs. Strickland showdown in the comfort of his podcast studio, surrounded by friends. The MMA legend wasn't content with mere whispers of excitement. Instead, he repeatedly uttered thunderous cries of, "Oh my God," joined by his fellow comedian pals. Their eyes glued to the screen, they watched in rapt attention as Strickland unleashed a relentless flurry of ground strikes. "I'm stunned," Rogan said after watching the UFC 293 main event. "I think this is the most stunned I've ever been. Surprised at a performance." And even Ryan Garcia took to Twitter to express his shock. Take a look. So, there you have it, fight fans. Sean Strickland is a master of striking, a relentless force of pressure, a versatile warrior, and, above all, a true embodiment of the warrior spirit. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys enjoyed it. Until next time.